Hello everybody, welcome back to Milk Animation. I do have some work set up that I need to get done today, but unfortunately I watched something that I thought was really interesting right before I started streaming, which I will now show you a brief segment of, so you can understand what I'm doing for a bit of warm-up art that will likely become the thumbnail for either this stream or a later one. So let me just pull that up real quick. Hope y'all are doing well today. By the way, I'm gonna quickly pause the music and switch the screen I am streaming. Why is... Oh, that's Discord. Don't need that one open. Let's go here. And I'm going to switch to Firefox real quick. For this video that I saw by Instant Noodle, because they did something really funny based on this.
It really clear to him, you see.
Oh, well, maybe.
Excuse me, I'm just looking for my plans. Martin, you were right, you know, about all...
What the fuck was that?
Anyway, they then go on to do this.
Malware off Napster and enjoying low security air travel.
And then which they then convinced other people to do with this.
Want to go for a walk? You know, this looks so much bigger for my apartment.
And anyway, that's the bit. Like, you have some weird looking music, and then like quick zoom in on some weird esoteric text. I don't think I'll be able to convince the boys over at Spilling the Milk proper to integrate that into any of their videos. I think it would be really funny if they did, but I just want to quickly draw like a funny little version of this just before I start like actually doing the work I need to be doing. It is so strange. So I'm just gonna quickly do this. I think I'm gonna give him like a neutral face. The more I draw my character, the more it starts to look like these blobs I've been seeing on TikTok that this dude makes by just scooping out like a bunch of paint. But that is a side tangent that I'll save for another day. If I make this a little bit larger, I can get a better effect. And then just and because I'm using a gray background, I can bring in some actual white here. Then I can throw some fill grain over it. This won't take very long. There we go. And then I'll take this gray at the very end here, darken this a little bit, like this much. And then when I go over and overlay these edges, that will add to the sort of surreal look of everything. And then I can take the airbrush, make it an eraser, and just kind of, or actually it should do it the other way, I mean. Anyway, weird opening bit concluded. I'll probably clean up more of that later. I really should do the work for today. Just going to be doing some quick line art for these backgrounds and maybe getting some colors in if I have enough time to do so. So let's select the proper brush for the job and let's get started. I think I need to bump up the stabilization. There we go. Dang, getting this to line up is a lot trickier than I thought it would be. Oh! That was actually pretty solid. There we go. And do one more of these. Actually, one more. 'Tis the plight of every digital artist. I'm gonna do one more, and if it doesn't work, I'll move on to a different spot. Yeah, let's just do a different area here first. I'll probably just set out a different ruler for that bit. Gonna be real, I don't really know what this platform is meant to be. Initially I was thinking it could be like a diving board for, like, this is meant to be just like a massive pool for this sort of tourism advertisement. Let's do this. There we go. And actually, let's try doing this other one first, because this one's going to be a bit more complicated, but I think I can get a bit more mileage out of the rulers here, which sure I'm going to be using a lot of for this. Let's start with a curve ruler for here. Oh, I forgot that's how this one works. I have to make sure I'm using the right one. go. I think this one I can use the symmetry ruler here. Right there. And then get this spacing right. Okay, that does it. And then I can get some more trees added. Yeah, then I can lower the stabilization again. Dang, small stream indeed. Is the do you mean just like the audience or like the quality of the stream on y'all's end? Because I didn't share this one on my Blue Sky like I usually do. I could do that now, but I'm gonna get a bit more of this caught up with before I do that. I mostly just didn't want to give away the bit that I did at the start, since I kind of want to mess with some people in my audience if I can't convince anyone else to try it. Kind of takes away some of the fun if I tell them the joke I'm gonna pull on them ahead of time. Oh, I just basically did the exact same shape again. There we go. And then I can start on the pillar. Let's get a figure ruler going now. There we go. And then that is all in the same layer. That was silly. Maybe like right here. That should do it. Oh, that doesn't line up at all. I guess, oh, right, because it's more fixed on like the... I'm gonna have to do this a different way. There we go. And then let's get these parts added on. Because I just need to draw one of these and then copy it a couple times. Or like twice. Hi Cal, currently at an animation mixer event so I can't stay long, but I hope you're having a good stream. I am, thanks for stopping by. Hope things go well there. Hell yeah. Change this to monochrome and let's duplicate this. Oop. Move this up a little bit like that. And let's get this kind of foreground area going. Oh, I'm stupid. I see where I went wrong here. I have this connecting to the wrong area. It's supposed to connect down here. Either way, it's not going to be a perfect circle on the outside because I did not. Nah, I can't make this a perfect circle. But I like the shape too much of how that part's shaped to adjust it further. Or let's see how it looks if I flip it. Yeah, I'll just say it's an uneven shape. Let's get out the curve ruler. Oh, that's that one up. I need to zoom out a little bit so I can do the whole thing at once. That's the handrail. That one's... Let's try using this ruler instead. Because this one might be better for what I'm trying to do. figure out how to use this. No, never mind. I feel like that curve ruler, I always feel like I should know how it works, but every time I do, it just kinda doesn't. That's probably a me problem. That's not quite right. Go and oh, wrong button. Transfer that down. And I think I should probably go and try to erase some of those. Oh, actually, shit, I needed that ruler for something. First, I need to go through and clean up some of the lines here, because there's some overlap. Which, actually, I think it's still going to be there in the final one, so let me do some stuff real quick. Oh. This actually goes. No, never mind. I'm dumb. I got this mixed up for a part that comes later. There we go. This line needs to connect here. That's what I was thinking of. And this is going a bit over, so I can erase this bit down here. I need to make sure the handrail is in place. I think the last time, I think when I was doing those sketches, I was planning on there being these like individual lines for like, I guess a bar underneath the handrail, but I think we can have less of those. Oh, last night I watched a new documentary about John Candy on Prime Video called John Candy, I Like Me. It's such a genuine and heartfelt tribute to one of the kindest and funniest people of his time. I haven't heard of that. I'll look that up. Let's see. Let's get this area over here lined up. Oh, I gotta turn up the stabilization again. here done, and oh. There we go, and let's get this area here drawn out because I haven't done that yet. What a add some stuff to give this a bit more variety. Give them some like big flowers, like really big flowers. Because we have like an entire area of the city that's dedicated to being sort of an agricultural center for the area. It's meant to be a very like self-sustaining, I guess you could almost call it like a mini country in a way. But we wanted to have like just so that there's a variety of places to go, by having like different layers of this city have different resources available or different like purposes, kind of like if the districts in the Hunger Games weren't evil. It's just like, oh, we have these different sections where are mostly dedicated to either like producing or maintaining a certain resource. I can definitely see ways where writing this like that could lead to some problems, but it's been really helpful as far as world design goes, in terms of both helping us narrow down the aesthetic and, come up with more dedicated spaces that we can point to as like, this is what this is for, as opposed to, well, here's just another abstract location in like a set of abstract locations that are a bit too open to interpretation. I do think there are some edges that have been shaved off over time that I would really want to go back and try to make feel stronger, especially if we are able to get like more episodes after this, just to like make this city feel both larger in its scale and more rich in terms of like the cultural influence that exist in the space, as well as making it just feel like a place like people would want to be, because it's meant to be sort of like almost utopian, but not utopian in a sci-fi, this is a faux utopia that's secretly evil, but like one that is slowly being regressed through the passage of time and negligence of the people in power, as opposed to any like deliberate manipulation. But that is all things that can go in pretty much any direction that Jack and Core want, because they're the ones writing the script. I am just here. I mean, I'm also here to help with the story, but I like being able to do this sort of art direction work, since the closer they get to the version of the story they want, the easier this stuff is for me, and I think it'll lead to a better result in the end. Let's do this and maybe add some. I don't know why, but I've been thinking about those like tulips or whatever those things are that you could parry off of in Silksong. That's kind of what I'm thinking about with these big flowers. Maybe the handrails would be a nice addition here. Although I think I might just go through and adjust some colors. Like make this area that sort of intersects a little bit lighter. I'll add like a rough version of that in grayscale. Just something like this. Dun, dun. I don't know what this pattern is that sort of popped up when I was working on this, but this is meant to be the base for a field, and this might be something that's a little bit too... might be a bit too much going on for it to be something I can do all in this stream. So I'll probably just sort of rebuild this base area. And then I can go through later and add some of the plants because I want to try to add a bit more personality to the food that they're eating as well. Because as I've showed in previous streams, we are trying to do some fun stuff with the food. Oh, that's not lined up. There we go. Nudge that over. And right there. Go. There we are. Oh, why is that? Oh, right, I set to grayscale. I'm dumb. Nope, I am not dumb. No, not gonna let that humor keep going. There we go. Okay, so this doesn't move like it does with the other stuff. I think I'm going to take a break here for a little bit, but I don't want it to just be me putting up like a BRB on screen. So while I stretch out my hands here, let's give something a watch. What was it called? A short film recently came out that I have been meaning to watch for a while now, and I might have to just check and make sure there aren't any like content warnings or anything, because I'm not entirely sure. Doesn't seem like it, but let me just quickly switch windows. There we go, and let's switch this to Cinema View. How does that look on screen? There we go. This is a stop-motion short film by AJ and Carmela called A Bird Hit My Window and Now I'm a Lesbian. And it's something I've been meaning to watch for about 2 days now. I just remembered that I hadn't checked it out yet, but I might watch this with Cora as well. if he's down to do anything on stream later this week. So you might see his reaction too. But I just kind of wanted to give this a quick look. Yeah, this looks gorgeous already. Let's see. Hold on. How did they like... Yeah, the backgrounds there look like they're just painted on or like cut construction paper. At least for the trees in the foreground. Dear Gray. I think that says Gray. When I first met you... I can't write that. You never said you didn't want to be with me anymore. I know you think you like girls now, but what we had was special. How can you please don't let gender get in the way of us. I can't stop thinking about you. I'm always going to want you in my life. Please write me back, even if it's to tell me you hate me and you never want to see me again. I love you, and I'm always going to love you. Alex. Damn. Oh, shit. I love the texture that they added to the hair. You could see where it's like twisted up in different like thicknesses to add more variety to it. I'm kind of curious what they use, because like it definitely looks like it's wrapped up in like silicone. They certainly are. Is that a theremin? I think that was a theremin. Yes, we love characters with a defined nose bridge. Let's go.
Gray.
Oh, is it? Oh, it is Gray.
I bet he had beautiful eyes. Yeah. Maybe.
And the hand-painted backgrounds.
Friends and family. We are gathered here today for the celebration of life for Mr. B. Bird. I didn't know you very well, Mr. Bird. I don't know if you can tie your shoes or if you've ever seen a moose. I don't know your first love or if you've ever been lost in a thundercloud.
Look, oh my gosh. Like, little things like there's an asymmetry to where their eyes are placed, which is really nice for this shot here when they're looking up.
I could try to guess why you flew in.
And it also makes it like, it also makes her like eye or upper eyelash, or I guess like the only eyelash, stand out above the bridge of the nose in a profile view.
Window, but I'll never know. I hope you like the quiet. I'm sorry you died.
And the painting on this is really nice too. You can see where they brushed in just some like darker red right on the nose, a little bit on the cheeks under the eyes. But then the silicone kind of, I'm assuming it's silicone, is just more of a solid color once we get past the head.
Now you go.
Mr. Bird. Rest in peace, of course. I'm kind of pissed that you cracked my window, but I guess it ended up worse for you than for me. I really wish you didn't.
Oh, I just realized, yeah, it makes sense that like some of the hair is thicker here because they must have wires in it to animate that little subtle wind blow here.
Really wish you didn't, actually.
Oh, I didn't.
Because
I didn't go
you're
far.
Fine. You're never gonna think of me again. But I'm here, and I have to deal with the guilt. I'll never forgive you. You're selfish and evil, and I'm glad you hit my window. I hope it hurt. I'm sorry,
I'll see you again and again and again.
The dialogue in this is... The line, I hope it hurt, is one of those things where it's like, it's such a simple line, but used in this context to like represent like other forms of pain is, it just works. Like one of the best examples, of course, is like the opening to Mouthwashing, which, you know, isn't a spoiler because it's one of the first things you see. Is, you know, is you have like the date and time, how far they are into like a journey, the cargo, the shipping, and then at the bottom it says, "I hope this hurts," in the same format. It is a line that you have to use very sparingly, and I love seeing it dropped in the right place.
Oh, zombie bird, go tell all of your friends you can break glass and shatter and pound on closed doors, but never again will I ever be yours. I hope that you're happy, my sweet feathered friend. I hope that you suffered.
Her knowing the lyrics or like being able to like catch on to what's happening, that's a... Huh.
Till the bitter end, forever my face will live under your skin. When all else has burned and the silence creeps in.
Is that a real song? I...
Oh, you were such a little freak!
What? You never ate bugs as a kid?
No! Because I'm not a fucking pigeon!
Oh, this is really sweet.
Hold still, you have an eyelash. What did you wish for?
More eyelashes.
Oh, I have the chat in another tab here. My bad. Just seeing if I missed anything. Oh, and that's the X.
There's a crack in your window.
I'm fine.
I just want to talk.
You know the answer.
One smoke? I don't understand why I don't have what you're looking for. I don't understand why I'm not enough.
Interesting to see,
I
like...
don't smoke anymore.
Man, that is such a good expression here. Like what they're able to silently say with her eyes has been like consistently very like it's been very expressive with very little throughout most of this. What is that lighting effect?
I don't remember who I was before I met you.
You don't even know me.
Oh.
Have you ever seen a moose?
Just once.
Have you ever been in love?
Yes.
What happened?
did they...
We
Well,
fell out of the sky.
that is so pretty. Oh, and like there's cracks in the mirror.
It's just a haircut.
What if it never grows back?
You'll be okay.
Yo, let's go. Oh, it ended up spilling in the end. Oh no. Well, maybe the Ovno was a bit preemptive. It looks like there must have been some flooding, like actual flooding alongside the sort of imagery there. Right, she said she didn't smoke anymore. The fucking expressions that they're able to give her. Like, look at this. Her eyes do so much, like, I don't want to say heavy lifting because I feel like that's not the right way of phrasing it. But they're doing a lot. Oh, wait a minute. This is not my... This is the... Nah, that... I'll leave it. Let's get back to the main thing that we're supposed to be doing, which is... drawing backgrounds. Okay, I really need to get Cord to watch that. That was like genuinely beautiful. It's the kind of it feels like the kind of writing that I want to be able to do. I don't think I'm quite there yet, but that's sort of like it's like that's almost it's like faux quirky, where it's like it's not or it's like or quirky's not the right word. I am very bad with descriptions, but dang it, that was really good. I do like this kind of subtle thing, because, like, I stopped to read the letter, but, like, a lot of it was blurred out, especially towards the start when they were... I think it was towards the middle where, like, the gender part of their letter came up. But the title is, like, A Bird Hit My Window and Now I'm a Lesbian, which implies, to some degree, that maybe she didn't really believe it before, but that was sort of like her maybe rationale for stopping her previous relationship, kind of in the same way that she says she doesn't smoke to shoo him away, even though, like, you know, she tries to smoke and then the same consequences of the bird hitting the window, the water getting into the house or water into the apartment, I mean, is also affected her cigarettes, as well as bringing this other person into their life for a moment, because there's a chance that, like, she doesn't come back. We don't know, but the impact of that event it lingers. And then she can, like, sort of, I guess, step back and decide what part of the statements that she made are, like, more honest than she maybe initially intended. Because if she lied, or if in her mind she lied by saying that she was a lesbian to her ex, and then that changed, then, like, it's more confirmation that it is a previous lie becoming true. I have to rewatch it sometime. Maybe my thoughts will be a little bit more coherent then. Probably sound a little bit kooky. Kooky's not the right word. I gotta come up with better words. Oh, wrong button. I feel like these don't look as good as they did in the initial sketch. No, that's fine. I'm just overthinking things. Oh, I just didn't start playing the music. That's what I was missing there. Yeah, I think this will be more of, like, the base that I put other things on, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Oof, that one actually looks awful. A second here, let me just... Kind of an awkward shape to set up for myself like this. That's close enough. Oof, my back. There we go. And let's zoom out here. It's not as good as I was hoping, but it does the job. And then when I add some textures and stuff to this, I think it'll pop out more. Oh shit. Let me try to fix where this... That's fine. Let's get the symmetry ruler back in. Or actually, I probably won't need it. I think I'm just going to have to select in here and then copy and paste it over. Actually, copy and paste it from this one, because this one goes out a little further. There we go. And let's get these parts added in, which are sort of like, I guess, platforms. There we go. And then oh. No, that's right. I don't know why. And I think that mountain in the background is going to be a solid color, so I don't actually need to do much for that one. I'm going to push this line in further. Right there. Because the way I have this kind of, this reads in my head is, if I get this out, this is like the, for other layers. That's like the base of this giant pillar, and then this is like the markings on the inside of them. Not going to worry about water today since all of this is a big pool and I don't really know how I'm going to render that yet. So I think I'll stop here for now. It's been a little bit over an hour. Seems like a good place to wrap things up. Also, hello, Weapons Remorse. I'm sorry if it took me a while to see your message. I was just finishing up this and this, which are going to be two backgrounds that will be featured towards the beginning of the pilot. Might do some stuff off stream. I have to design some plants to be growing in this middle area here, but I think an hour is a good place to stop for now, so I'm gonna head out. I will see y'all tomorrow. Peace.